Big news has just released, everybody. Welcome to the video, and today we are going to be talking about Sinatraa. Yes, he's back in the news, and it just depends, I guess in a bad way, which it probably is in a bad way. So, Riot, Riot has kind of concluded their investigation on the Sinatraa situation. If you don't know, I'll give a little recap. Basically, his ex-girlfriend Cleo released a tweet longer about how much the relationship that they had was abusive, and she felt scared and everything, blah blah blah, back and forth. His current girlfriend, I can't remember her name currently, it's on top of my head. She talked about she posted a tweet longer about how much Cleo is a what's I'm trying to look for, like a um, I can't remember the name of it or the word of it, but it'll probably get to me. A manipulator. There we go. Basically, is a cyberbully and everything. I covered that. I didn't cover Cleo's side, the second twit longer. I actually saw it after the video. But yeah. So this is the competitive ruling for Sinatraa. I did have a quick read on this, so I guess we'll just have a quick read on it together. So Sinatraa has violated Rule 8.1 of the Valorant Global Competitive Policy for failing to fully cooperate with the tournament operator's investigation and will be suspended for 6 months. He will also be required to complete professional conduct training. Basically, I already told you the context of it. Um, basically, what happened and everything. I guess I'll decide here. While the investigation did not come to a indefinite conclusion on the underlying allegations, the competitive operations team has serious concerns for Sinatra's conduct during the course of the investigation. It was determined that on at least two occasions, Sinatra misrepresented certain facts, made false statements, and did not cooperate with the investigation in a way expected of a professional Valorant esports player. Of note, Sinatra's public commitment on social media to provide the full audio and video clip referenced in the original post was never fulfilled. Cooperation in these investigations is of the utmost importance, especially when the nature of the allegation is as serious as sexual assault. This behavior would not be tolerated by Valorant esports. Within the context of a personal relationship, this is an incredibly complicated allegation to investigate and definitive adjudicate. To the extent that additional material information comes to light, from law enforcement or otherwise, the competitive operations team reserved the right to reopen the investigation and take further appropriate action. So this is now being sent to the law enforcement. So now there'll probably be like a court hearing and everything. Yeah, so here during the course of the fact gathering, the competitive operations team was informed that the matter has been referred to law enforcement. So at this justice, we will defer to the authorities to make further investigations into and factual findings related to the allegations. So it is now turning to law enforcement, which is great. Because I do not think Riot should really take this, obviously, but I'm glad they have investigated it at least. So this is the ruling. Sinatraa has violated Rule 8.1 of the Valorant Global Competition Policy and will be suspended for 6 months, which considered to have begun on March 10th and continues through September 10th. And which is the end of Stage 2 Challenger season and the final Master events. However, this one is very interesting. He will be eligible to return for last chance qualifiers in Champions, which really interests me because it definitely looks like that Sinatraa will be back in Valorant Esports Pro. Now that will definitely anger some fans. I'm trying to look with both ways actually. So that will obviously anger a lot of fans, maybe like the whole of the Valorant community, because obviously we have a sexual assault, and normally if you've been covered with sexual allegations or assault, you normally get fucked off from the esports scene. But it looks like Riot has basically told Sinatraa, you're banned, well, you're suspended, but you can come back into the esports scene. So it's kind of his choice if he wants to go pro again, or if he wants to be a content creator. It really depends. But obviously, but at the same time, for people, I mean, I don't think there's a lot of any, well, there's probably no defenders for Sinatraa anymore because he came out with a tweet longer, which I'll be reading after. It's also great to see how his gameplay, and see how much of his gameplay improved during the off, how much of a better person he has now. But that still won't change the past and of how much of a weirdo he is. Furthermore, he is required to complete professional contact training prior to able to return to play. So he obviously there is a little bit of a guard here. So here is the rules. So this is basically 8.1 of the investigation. The tournament operator will have the right to monitor compliance with this global policy and the applicable event-specific rules and investigate possible breaches. By agreeing to this global policy, each team member agrees to cooperate with the tournament operator in any internal or external investigation that the tournament operator conducts relating to a suspected violation of this global policy. The application event specific rules or applicable law, team members have a duty to tell the truth in connection with any investigation conducted by or for the tournament operator, and have a further duty not to obstruct any such investigation, mislead investigators, or withhold evidence. So that is the article from Alex Francois. I apologize if I butchered his last name. Who is the head of competitive operations of Valorant Esports. Basically, this article is just basically saying how he did a bad thing, and that basically what the result of this is, and also the reason of why he is being suspended for 6 months. So now with that out of the way, I guess we can now talk about the elephant in the room, the twit longer that Sinatraa has put out. Now, maybe we'll probably go through the comments of Sinatra's twit longer. It's going to be very, very toxic, so just be careful. But yeah, so this is the twit longer. I spent the last 2 months reflecting on how I can be as a person. I've been a pro player for basically all of my adult life and still have a lot to prove on. I've been reflecting a ton during the downtime and know how much I hurt Cleo emotionally, and I'm truly sorry about that. I will learn from my mistakes and keep on trying to improve myself as a person. Regarding Riot's investigation statement, I want to preface this by saying I do not have the video/audio that she used in her statement. After our relationship ended, she had asked me to delete the video, and I honored that. I've never even imagined a situation like this. So when it all happened, I didn't know whether to just spill out my side or not. I had no clue what to do, so I sought legal help immediately. As we were drafting up an update with the legal PR team, we had added that I would provide the video because we generally thought that the video would have to be shared in full since it's a key part in the investigation. However, that did not happen, and I should not have promised something I could not personally deliver. This entire experience has been humbling and an opportunity for me to come out the other side a better person. I now have additional 6 months away from competitive play, or 4 months, I don't know, to spend time trying to develop a better set of interpersonal skills and to earn back the trust of this community again. I'm truly sorry to everyone I let down or hurt. Now, this is not great, obviously, for Sinatraa. Sinatraa is obviously was one of the greatest players in Valorant, and I think this may have ended his pro career because obviously he's coming out. Is he going to gain the trust? I don't really know. It just really depends because obviously, let me just go off topic here. Let's just compare. Well, it's not really sexual allegations, more like saying a slur, mainly the N-word. You might know I'm talking about the Kyle Larson situation. Obviously, he said the N-word on April, I think last year. Was it April 1st? I think it was. He said the N-word, and then he came back and everyone fucking loves him. Now, would this happen to Sinatraa like that? Absolutely not. Because because I think sexual allegations is obviously more serious than saying a slur because you're physically like affecting someone's life. So it kind of makes sense. Obviously, I'm not a lawyer. I'm like I don't do legal stuff, so I have no idea if it's like how well obviously it's very bad, but yeah. So just this tweet longer. It's not really great for his image. I'm glad he did come out at least. But I think it was a little bit too late. As I mean late, I mean very late. I mean his first tweet longer was shite. I'll be straightly honest. This one, not too bad. At least he actually did kind of explain everything. But oh god, this is not good for Sinatraa. So I guess we can go on to Twitter, the very toxic place that is Twitter, and let's just have a look on the comments that happened because that's gonna be interesting. So yeah, so this is from Taylor. Obviously, you changed from the past relationship. Your current girl says you don't like that at all. Obviously, it is always better to leave the girl than to hurt her. Hurting her means you lost. Women are like children. No matter how you date, you always get this feeling that they are on a different page in life overall. Focus on yourself and date multiple, so you have options. At The Rock. I don't know if he's back or not. Yeah, a little bit confusing. Yeah, but all flipping them off. But just sort of stated that this is false misleading. I don't know, man. You said you would cooperate. So why say you would hand over the video and audio if you don't have them in the first place? That is actually a fact. He did. He did say in the Twitter longer. I think actually the first one that he will cooperate with the authorities. He'll hand over the video and audio, but he didn't. So he kind of lied there. He's an apology. I hope you can actually live up to it. You can never make it up to clear, but maybe in a couple of years you can make it up to the community. This won't even be forgotten though. Yeah, it won't be forgotten. I think a lot of people are going to be hating on Sinatraa because of this. But yeah, I'm not that surprised that a lot of people aren't really big fans of him now. But if you go to the Valorant, you know, the Valorant one. The Valorant one is a little bit more toxic. If I actually can't even find it. I actually don't know where it is, but um I can't remember. I think it was what was it this one maybe? The Valorant updates? I can't actually remember. But no, it's not. It was a Twitter post I saw. I just can't remember it. Maybe it was the Sinatraa one. I actually can't remember. Maybe it was this one. I can't remember though. Here. Yep. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you guys missed him, but if he was truly innocent, he should have just complied with the investigation if he truly had nothing to hide. Yeah. Just fucking cancel him already, God. If the only reason they gave him a 6-month ban was because he wouldn't release a personal porno, then that's kind of fucked up. Hope to see him back in competitive 6 months from now, and can't wait for the streams though. Looks bad on him for not cooperating, but hey, we don't have the full info to judge yet. That is true. We don't have a lot of information. I would rather just wait for the full report to come in. We just have to wait and see if that's the case. But obviously, regarding who was it? This one. Obviously if he does come back, great. But at the same time, it's not really a good look for him. It's not really a good look for him to really just come. Well, actually, it's not really good look for Riot actually, because basically Riot is just saying yeah. If you have sexual allegations, yeah, why not? Yeah. You know what? We can welcome you back into the esports scene. That's kind of fucked up. So I think I'm glad he is suspended. I'm glad he's also gotten the training. But it's still not really a great sign for him. But anyways, we just always have to wait until the full report comes in, and then we can also make our sides. But I'm glad Riot has obviously shared this with us, which is a great sign, and what the result has come up for Sinatraa. So that is it for me now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Catch you guys on next time in the next one. Goodbye.